Hey, it's Nina.
And Ashley back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin It Podcast. Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin because we are young millennials. We're going to slang it out. Please subscribe on there, rate and review. And thank you for all the rates and reviews and subscriptions we've gotten so far. Mm-hmm. Also, soundcloud.com/YAGIP. Please follow, comment. We'll comment back. We're also on YouTube. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast. Remember, there is no G at the end of Gettin. Please subscribe and comment on there.
All right. And also find us on Instagram at YAGI_podcast. You can also reach out to us on our website, www.weareyagip.com. Or you can also hit us up on our email at Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com. And lastly, we have our Google Voice number, which is 323-486-3811.
Back to the bullshit. By the way, did you see that Nicki Minaj's boyfriend tattooed her name on his neck?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is old, but I'm just like,
I mean,
they're already talking about baby names too.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like Nicki Minaj needs some type of like relevancy because nobody really cares about her rap. Because I don't even know how her album did.
She was number 2 and she was complaining.
And she was complaining because she said she should have been number 1 or something.
It's like, really?
But it's just like, honestly, I'm not paying attention to her. And every time I see her, like, I feel like she overdoes it. Like, you know how Cardi B's personality is like loud, but we know that it's honest.
Yeah.
And Nicki Minaj has a loud one, but it just seems fake.
It seems disingenuous.
Yeah.
And it's like, if Cardi does post a lot, and there's times where she's really calm. So when her ghetto comes out, you know she's just a ghetto person.
Like I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe because Nicki thinks highly of herself and it like she doesn't know how to express it to not seem like arrogant.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is about her, but she just rubs me the wrong way a lot.
Yeah.
I was about to look up something and I forgot.
Yeah, she definitely rubs me the wrong way. I mean, but sorry, Nicki Minaj fans, because we don't want to get smashed because so many of y'all. All you guys have to do is buy her album
and learn that people have a fucking opinion.
Yeah, it's like we don't
count.
Just like I don't dislike Beyonce. I actually like Beyonce, but I'm not a Beehive fan.
No.
I'm not obsessed with her.
And like, people need to remember, opinions aren't facts. Like,
right, they're
opinions. You can't beat facts. Like, facts are facts, and like, if you got this fact, come at me with it, whatever. But if I have this opinion, I just have this opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you said you weren't able to see the R. Kelly special, but you read about it.
Yes, I read a synopsis of all 6 of the episodes. They had it online, thank the Lord. Okay. And so I read all of them, but I know it didn't get every detail that was like in the series because I heard my sister talking about it today. I'm like, damn, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
And then I saw the memes, and then I saw people like defending him.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna happen. People are definitely still listening to his music.
That shit. Like,
oh, I mean, he definitely did it, but people are like, you need to separate the music from the.
No, and I'm fuck like, that.
It just sucks because it took me a while to not be irritated about it. Like, I was just like, I actually had like some sort of dream. It wasn't just like, it wasn't me getting taken by R. Kelly or anything like that, but it was like something where people like came to like get him, because like he's been doing this to girls for years. And it was just like this whole like, it was like The Purge.
Okay.
And I remember it wasn't The Purge, but it was like The Purge, and they were just trying to like kill him, and like all this hecticness was going on, but the dream was so short, and I was like,
but that's be the worst ones, them short bad dreams.
Yeah, because my mind was so agitated with everything I just learned about R. Kelly, so there was like a level of anger that made that dream happen. But like I let the story marinate because first of all, we were so young when this happened. We were 7 when the sex tape was made because it was made in 1999, and we were 10 when he went to court for it in 2002. So even though we heard this and that, we saw this and that, some of us saw the sex tape, some of us did not. Me and Ashley both didn't see the sex tape, but
I remember trying to Google and find it.
Yeah, like and other people told me they saw it, but they shouldn't have, because they were so young.
Yeah,
and so it's like I just knew, this guy, he peed on someone.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
He was peeing in girls' mouths.
He was peeing in a 14-year-old girl's mouth.
Yeah.
That was the issue.
Yeah.
And then
on
I guess
camera.
Yeah, and this first of all, I'm gonna have to put spoiler in the credits because I'm definitely gonna have to spoil some of this because some of you guys haven't seen it. So look in the credits to see where you need to jump if you want to watch the special before hearing anything about this.
Fast forward 30 seconds.
Right, it's gonna be more
multiple
than 30
times.
Yeah. But look in the description, we'll put it there. But there's so many things that happen. So first of all, he married Aaliyah when she was 15 years old
and had papers forged.
Yeah, by his manager. And so
okay, when I was reading this, the manager was like, yeah, Aaliyah looked like she wanted me to help her and I knew she did, but I didn't. Nigga, what the fuck? Like, how you helping her if you went and got the papers fucking forged for her age?
He said she was like giving him a look of like, say, is there something that I should be doing differently right now? That's the look she was giving him, like, are you sure this is what I should be doing?
Yeah.
And he, just because R. Kelly was paying him, did it anyway. So there was a lot of uproar about how many people should be arrested because there was so many, to this day, there's so many people helping R. Kelly do the shit that he's doing, which was making it disgusting because I was like, oh my God, like some of the people on the show should go to jail, you know, like, because I was like, oh, you wait, are you sure you should be saying that? Like, because I'm like, you are part of the problem.
Yeah, like you're implicating yourself.
Yeah, there was only one person who had to black out her entire body and was like,
you
know.
Yeah, when I was reading the little synopsis thing, it was saying like the person's face is blacked out and her voice is changed to protect her identity.
Yeah, completely.
But she said,
oh man, she said a whole bunch of stuff, and she admitted to also helping R. Kelly too. That's the thing is, there's so many things that happen, and it's crazy that it started to get noticed in '99.
Yeah.
So it probably started when we were born, to be honest, which is just terrible. But the first thing is the popular of him marrying Aaliyah because his manager helped it forge. So it actually did say she was 18 on the paper. They showed it. And it was like, wow, she was actually 15.
And everybody knew about that. That's the other crazy
Everybody
thing.
knew. And they were going on interviews. So there was already a whole bunch of like, are you guys dating? Are you guys? And it was like kind of sad seeing Aaliyah kind of just be like, someone was like, Aaliyah, how old are you? And she was all like, shh, we don't got to say. And it's like, she's 15 during this interview. Mind you, her and R. Kelly are getting interviewed together. They're wearing the same outfit. They're completely matching.
Yeah, y'all a couple.
Yeah, and then
like you're a couple at that point.
Yeah,
I don't know any nigga I match with that's not mine.
The exact
especially
same,
intentionally.
like the baggy clothes.
No.
The exact same outfit. Like, and R. Kelly was young, but he was still like 30.
So?
And yeah, I know, right? And then since they worked together, there were times where they were all on the same tour bus. Even some people on the show, like, we were all on the same tour bus. We were just playing, running around, fucking around, blah blah blah. And they fell into the room, and him and Aaliyah were having sex. And this is when she was 15 years old. Yeah. So they're like, we saw it, and they're basically, so many people in the movie were part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you saw the memes about people's parents. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, really?
Right. Because in one of the things I was reading, somebody was like, one of the parents was like, yeah, our daughter wasn't supposed to be talking to R. Kelly without us being around. But like, she was texting him. It's like, you have a whole ass teenager in your house and you're not monitoring like when they're texting somebody and when they're not, and like when they're calling. Because I know when I was up late on the phone or something, my mom would come in there and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, my
like,
mom would too.
Get off the phone.
The thing is, it's like, oh my God. Okay, that family, let me just jump real quick because we talked about Aaliyah. Everyone gets it. And I forgot why they got annulled, but Aaliyah actually ended the marriage.
Thank God. Shit.
Yeah, she ended it.
She probably realized she was getting molested and raped.
And that he was
and
probably
controlled.
fucking other people too.
Yeah.
Because when you watch the story and they keep bringing more women, you're like, all of your stories are happening within each other.
Mm-hmm.
In this story, there's multiple girls in the same house that never saw each other.
What?
He would not let them leave the room. Mind you, also his wife, Andrea Kelly, is in the house. She never saw any of the girls. That's how, like, crazy it was. And he was beating her, too.
Oh, yeah, no, I heard about that because I read about it because she was saying, like, she was going to commit suicide at one point.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Oh, my God. It was so crazy. But, yes, okay, the parents. So, this is, I remember this girl. So sad story.
Was it the one who wanted to be a singer and met him backstage?
Yeah, and she's the one who her parents to this day have not seen her since 2016.
Oh, yeah.
So I forgot what her name was. Alika or something like that.
She was somewhere from Atlanta, right?
No, it might be Baltimore.
There is a Baltimore one and then there's an Atlanta one. The Atlanta one, I think she went with her parents at the end of it.
Yeah.
Fuck, let me look at the article.
I think the Atlanta one, mind you, the Atlanta one both of them, those two girls that you're talking about, they both have not been seen since 2016. They're the main. Those two girls are the main, because I know it's two girls. There's one who's been with him. There's one who's about 23 now.
You know what? I know where it's at.
Oh, the girl you're talking about. Well, not the girl you're talking about. The girl who's singing is the same girl, but the other girl who hasn't been seen since 2000. She's the one in the video that everyone saw that went viral, where there's a shadow like this. She's the girl. Remember how the video went viral? She was like, I'm not in a cult.
Oh,
I'm not in a... She's one of the girls, and she's the one in the video who's the person's like, no, don't say that. Like, my God. Shit. Oh my God, so much stuff happened. Like, yes. Oh, guys, sorry. I'm showing her, and you guys can't see what I'm doing, but
Angela and... Oh, wait, no, that's not...
Alika or something like that, and Jashana or no Jayandra, Jahandra. I don't know what the fuck her name is.
Shit.
These black ass names.
Their names, they don't use their name enough.
Fuck. I looked up her name the other day. Fuck. It's like Joyanda or Joshanda.
One's Azrael.
Azrael is the singer. Where's she? I don't know where she's from. She might be the Baltimore one, because I'm one of the two families had a Baltimore accent.
I would have to read this whole thing over again. Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Azrael.
Yeah,
we can just cut the gaps.
It was Azrael and her sister were there together.
Yeah. Okay.
Her sister had gone with her.
Yes. Okay. I'll give you a rundown, because this is just a hot fucking mess. So
yeah,
her parents were at a venue where R. Kelly was performing. R. Kelly pulled their daughter on stage with them present, and they said, well, we knew about him, but since we were there, we were okay with it. First of all, if you're a parent and R. Kelly, if R. Kelly touches a child of yours that is under the age of 18, in that moment, you grab that nigga and say, no, I know what you do. And then I'm going to tell my daughter, sorry, I should have told you this ahead of time, but this guy only fucks with little girls, and he's going to try to have sex with you or put his dick in your mouth within the next month, and that's why he's pulling you on the stage. They did none of that, and then R. Kelly did what every famous person does and says, I'm trying to help you with your music, because Azrael can sing. She's a great singer, and so I'm trying to help you with music. So the parents were like, as long as we're there, even though we know what you're known for, as long as we're there, it's okay.
No.
And then, so they go somewhere. So R. Kelly, she was supposed to be at her friend's house. They called the friend. She's not there. Oh, where are you? Oh, I'm at a hotel room with R. Kelly's people. What? And then the parents are like, wait, why the fuck are you there? You're not supposed to be there. They ran to the hotel, and they wouldn't tell what room they were in. They said, oh, R. Kelly's not here. And they were like, oh, he's not here? They see his tour bus, and they see her car outside. They go and bang on every person's room. And I was like, okay, that's good. Yeah. That's what I would do to your daughter's fucked up, first of all.
But then, first of all, this all could have been halted by not taking your daughter to an R. Kelly concert. Because I honestly would not take my kids to see fucking R. Kelly.
It's like, but even,
I'm not like, even going I understand to see R. Kelly.
Yeah, because but I'm like, for the side of people who haven't muted him, if you take your daughter, the moment he tries to bring your daughter on stage is the first problem.
And he had the security guard slip her his number.
She went backstage with them that night.
Oh, okay. It was that same story then. Okay.
And then
they said in the article, like, one of them, he had the security guard slide her the number.
It might be the main, because
he has multiple. Yeah, his favorite one.
The bottom bitch is the one, the youngest video where she's the one who went viral when the guy was, no, she's not the youngest. She's about 23 now. They met when she was
but I think
she was 19 when they met.
Yeah, she was like one of the younger ones, and and somebody was like, yeah, that's his favorite. That's his bottom bitch. Like, not saying that's his bottom bitch, but that's his bottom bitch.
Yeah, she's the one who's still around now. But freaking Azrael's story or whatever, her she was at the hotel. They banged on every door, and because they were disrupting the hotel, then all of a sudden they said, oh yeah, R. Kelly is here. They said, get my daughter down. So they got her daughter. They got their daughter down, and then had the daughter call R. Kelly, and they got on the phone and said, we just told you, don't be nowhere alone with our daughter. And R. Kelly's doing, no, it was just for her music. And the daughter, who's 17, no, she's 16. She turned 17 during this story. Who's 16? She's like, you're gonna fuck up my career. They're like, no, you don't. The problem with these parents is they didn't just lay it out. This is what R. Kelly does. Yeah. This is where you sit her down and say, this is what he's doing. He's actually never gonna give you a career. He's actually just going to have sex
string
with
you along.
He's gonna
keep telling you.
He's going to make you a sex slave because he likes little girls. This is what he does. Like, because so many girls were in this story, and their story actually pissed off people the most. Their story is the one that went viral for dumb parents, because it only gets worse from there. Like, she's also mad, like, you're trying to ruin my career, whatever. And then she said, okay, you can go with your sister, which is what you just read. So her sister goes with her to Chicago, and then she finds Azriel again alone in the room with R. Kelly.
She's fucking 16.
And then her sister is like, this needs to stop, da 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 da. So
how old was her sister?
I don't know, a couple years older than her, over 18, right? Which is another stupid parenting move. Why would no? She's not 30. She's like 22.
Yeah.
What is that gonna do?
She just got done being a hoe.
You know what they did? They dragged her out of the room. Security.
Yeah.
Took her in the car, threw her in the middle of nowhere, and said, "Don't say anything, or we're gonna kill you." So then, instead of telling her parents, she said, "Mom and Dad, I need a new hotel room." Instead of saying they just threatened to kill me and drag me away from my little sister, she said, "I need another hotel room." Her parents get her a hotel room, and they're like, "This seems sketchy." So they fly down. And
where do they get all this money from to do this dumb shit?
I mean, these are just dumb people.
Like, how do they get? Maybe they're using credit cards, because like how do you have so much money to be so dumb?
I think R. Kelly was flying them out too.
Even the parents,
not the parents, but
okay.
like the kids.
I know the kid. Of course, he's flying them out.
I'm like, they're just dumb. Like this is just irresponsible and uneducated and everything to the next level. They go out there. They later find out, because they were able to get into her iCloud since they own her account, that weekend she had sex with R. Kelly when she was 16 years old. They find this out a year or so later. Yeah.
But I saw something too about how like the age of consent in other states 17. Is way lower.
Yeah, it was 17 in some of the places where she had sex.
Some of them it was like 16.
Which is pretty gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now it's 2016, and so that was when they stopped seeing their daughter. Like, and they haven't seen her since. And they're sitting there. Did you see the Master P thing where he was talking about, like, he was talking about the parents. He was like, I don't know what's true and what's not about R. Kelly. I just know that if that was my kid, I wouldn't be outside throwing rocks at a window talking about is Azriel in there. He said, I would be on CNN because I just went to jail. He was like, that building would have got burnt down. It would have. He was like, no. Like, he was like, I would kill. We would have to start killing. And he was like, so I don't know, these parents are here for a check.
Especially, like, they can't be so stupid to not know the history of R. Kelly. Like,
you set your daughter up to be in that situation. Why are you introducing someone that R. Kelly likes to R. Kelly?
To a man that calls himself the Pied Piper.
Why like, you, what? Like,
that's why Sparkle was saying, like, because her niece, first of all, Sparkle's fucked up too.
People were looking at Sparkle,
how are you having sex with your niece?
Wait, she knows that
she's in the stuff that in the article I read.
That's not Sparkle.
That's not Sparkle.
That's another girl.
Okay, so who was having sex with somebody's niece?
No, the girl was having sex with Sparkle's niece. Okay, so that's
why I'm like, wait, Sparkle.
That's a whole first of all. So this is another girl who now she's older, but the girl who's his bottom bitch right now. She was basically that girl back then. Mm-hmm. She was the bottom bitch. So she was the girl who was training girls. You remember hearing about that? Yes. She was that girl. Yes. So she showed her face. This is me. She was the one training girls.
Why is she in jail?
She met him.
Is this one of the people that's on the list of people that needs to go to jail?
Yes. She was the first one during the series where I was like, well, hold up, should you be saying this? Like, I was really like,
nigga, do you have a lawyer?
Yeah, I was like,
have you already made a plea deal?
Are you okay? Like, are you?
I mean, at least she's being honest. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes.
But second, bitch, and what the fuck was
her section of the R. Kelly sex tape is still up because she was old enough during the tape. She was 18. So he met her when she was 16, turned her into a bottom bitch. Same thing, like, she would starve women for days. So that was the thing he did to multiple. He did that to his wife too, to train them.
I'm just trying to think, like, at 16, would I have let this nigga do this to me?
These niggas, remember the people we went to school with?
Some of them are stupid as fuck.
And that made me realize, and there's a whole thing on Instagram too, just about people being like, wow, there were a lot of older niggas picking up young bitches. My friend said the same thing because he's much older. He said, in high school, we could never get the hot girl because the hot girl was dating a guy with a nice car and a job. Like, and he would come pick her up from school. All the dudes were 24.
Like, that's just nasty.
Yeah.
Because you really want pussy that bad and you could take advantage of a younger person.
This shit has been going on for a while. Think about all the families where the older uncle hits on the little kid.
Yeah.
It's been going on. And it just opens your eyes. It's not like it's new.
No,
it just opens your eyes like, oh, this has been happening for a long time.
It just makes me realize even more just how nasty some men are. Like, that shit's fucking disgusting. Like, you're preying on somebody who barely got titties.
It's sad because it's like, R. Kelly's brother is in jail, one of them.
Oh, and what he was saying?
Talking about, some people have a preference. I like older women. He likes younger women. That's why you're in jail.
Yeah.
That's your level of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
sir?
Didn't he say, like, we don't like our women to be, like, looked at and like talked to by other people. Like, we just don't like that about our women. That's just how we are. Yeah. Like, that shit is like, nigga, you deserve the death penalty for saying that.
He sounds
first
terrible.
Of all.
So the sex tape, the bottom bitch that we were talking about, who was in the actual video, she says I'm the second girl in the video. But okay, so she met him when she was 16. The video was made when she was 18. He told her that the girl was 16 and she actually was 14. So she could, and it makes sense. Yeah, you're 18, and if you're fucking with girls, you could fuck with a 16-year-old. I get it. Other people are like, they're 2 years apart.
Yeah, if that's what she likes. I mean, that's not even against the law, I don't think.
It is.
Is it against
the law? If you're 18, messing with a 16-year-old, it's against the law.
Hold on. Let me read what I just read.
No.
On this Chicago one, it says, in Illinois, when a person commits a sexual act with someone under the age of 17 but over the age of 13, and the person is less than 5 years older than the minor, he or she is guilty of criminal sexual abuse. So she's not 5 years older than her,
so it's okay.
So it's fine.
Yes, and okay, that's good, because I don't see anything wrong with it. Even if your boyfriend's 18 and you're 16, you guys are the same age maturely. You're probably older than him maturely. That's just.
And I mean, like, if your parents are okay with it too, like, because at that age, it's like your parents have to be okay with it, and you have to be okay.
Now you can smoke cigarettes and get into clubs and all these things that 16-year-olds can't do.
No.
But yeah, so R. Kelly lied about her age, and she said, why would he lie? That shows that he knows something is wrong. And then so I saw, like, oh my God.
So that's why, like, and she continued to fuck with him.
R. Kelly. There's also a part where the manager who helped him marry Aaliyah said that he came up to him saying, like, I need you to pray with me. I can't stop recording my sex with these girls. I can't stop. Can you pray with me? Like, so the guy actually has a problem. And we all know R. Kelly has a problem. It's obvious. And he really actually knows. And mind you, he's still recording stuff. Because his girlfriend from last year said that she saw he was recording with their iPad. So she turned her face away. Yeah, so he's still doing it now. Without people's permission. He has an addiction to watching videos. He had a bag of
tapes that he carried with him, right?
This is how the tape got out. So he had a bag of tapes. And the thing with the 14-year-old girl, she taped the girl, the bottom bitch or whatever, Lisa Van Allen, I believe her name is. The bottom bitch did the video with the little girl on the tape. She didn't realize that, like, there was more on the tape. So she watched it. There's them having sex and then him just with the 14-year-old girl fucking. And I saw screenshots of the 14-year-old one. Yeah. She's a little girl. That's a little girl. Mind you, R. Kelly wasn't picky either, which is kind of funny. As long as you were a little girl. So some of these girls aren't quote unquote attractive. They're just girls. They're just little girls, period. As long as you are a little girl, like, that is all I want. Just a 13 to 14, 15-year-old girl. That's all. I don't care what you look like. I don't care as long as you're black, because he only fuck with black girls, which was also very interesting. As long as you are 13, 14, 15, 16 and you're a little black girl, that's all the qualification. That's it. And he would hang out outside of the high school every week. His team would actually go and grab girls. Like, every girl said that someone walked up to her and said, R. Kelly wants to talk to you. And then obviously at a young age, oh my God, R. Kelly wants to know. Oh my God.
To me, why?
He took girls' virginity. The girl told him, she was like, oh, I'm a virgin. He was like, that's good, so I can teach you. Like, and that same girl had to run down she was so trapped in the house that she literally had to run down the street with nothing, no shoes, and just ran. And that's how she got out. Like, and this is like, she got out like a year and a half ago.
To me, like, that's so, like, mind control is such a crazy thing to me, because this nigga's really doing it.
Oh, he was doing it.
Like, he's doing it. Multiple other people do it. And it's sick. It's like, how do you not, like, it's like, to me, it's like, are you on drugs? Like, is he doing something else to you to where you're like, oh, well, this is absolutely okay. Oh, like, this is how things are supposed to be.
He did full pimp training, like,
where you break them down.
Yeah, you make them feel great.
That shit is disgusting.
Then you break them down, then you make them feel great. So he was beating them, and he was making them have sex with each other. Like, he was doing a whole bunch of stuff that they, like, did not like, but they were like Andrea Kelly. She was having sex with him and like 2 other women, sometimes 3.
That stinks.
You know,
I just think about the smell. I'm sorry.
He was oh my God, I saw the clip where he was fucking the bottom bitch. He wasn't fucking her. First of all, he has a big dick. He wasn't fucking her. I know, right? That's part of it, though. That everyone needs to admit it. That's what makes bitches stupid.
It definitely is, especially when you're young and a nigga has a big dick and you think that's what sex is all about. You're definitely like, oh yeah.
But nigga, his head game looked whack.
If you said wild, I was about to get up and walk out.
It looked whack. I was like, trash. Like, nigga, he was one of them niggas who'd be like, and his head was just like,
they said too much to do nothing.
If you don't really, and she's a little kid, so she's like, It's like, girl, that doesn't feel good, but I know you think it's
this is what it's supposed to be like.
It was not. It was weak, and this is the older girl. She was 18 in the video, so that's why
and
it's
she
the only
still don't
part
know if that's what she's had since 16.
It was weak. He was eating ass. This is 1999, and I was like, okay, y'all been eating ass. Yeah, he started eating her. He was eating the fuck out of her.
Because he's
booty.
a pedophile.
Yeah,
he's disgusting. He didn't give a fuck.
That reminds me of another story, which just is disgusting.
I have a disgusting one too, but I didn't want to like bring it up, but I will later.
Oh gosh. On the special, one of the moms is flying to LA to tape the special. She coincidentally saw her daughter on TMZ because the current bottom bitch, the one in the video where the guy's like telling her what to say, she was talking to TMZ like, we're not trapped, like she's the bottom bitch. So she's on TMZ. They spotted her.
She not trapped.
She was like, we're not. She's trapped. Like when they talked about how she acts when they said when R. Kelly comes in the room, she hops up. And she's like, oh my God, everything he says, she's like, oh my God, kisses him immediately when he comes to the room, no matter what woman is with him. Like, kisses him immediately, stands up and laughs at everything he says. Oh my God, okay, yeah. And they said when he leaves, she's like, she just kicks back and is like, okay, like her job is done. Like, so she's fully trained. But like, yeah. So she was on TMZ and they were like, hey, how are you? And she's like, yeah, we're fine. R. Kelly's in Chicago. We're in LA. We're chilling. Like, you know, we're not a slave. We're not in a cult. We're fine. We want to be here. And in the background, the mom sees her daughter. R. Kelly made her daughter turn into a boy.
Yes, the one he made cut her hair off and start wearing baggy clothes. Turned into a dyke. So it's like, you like little boys. He wants to fuck
boys. And watch it come out, all the boys that he fucked. Yeah. Because you know he fucked dudes now.
And that just makes me wonder, like, what he's doing to her.
He probably turned her into a boy because he did not want people to know that he's fucking boys. So he was like, okay. And he is now only dating 18. He only dates 18, 19 now.
Do you think that he's going to turn into a murderer? You know how, like, most people that are obsessed with, like, sex and pedophilia and shit end up being murderers?
Yeah.
Like, what if he probably done killed some people, too? Like, if his team is covering all this shit up for him.
He might have killed some of the people. He does.
Why would he not go a step further, like when his needs aren't being met anymore? Because that's always what happens. They start getting dissatisfied.
And he's a fucking narcissist, because when these trials and all that shit was coming out, right after he was not guilty, he came out with like, happy people. Yeah.
He tried to get in touch with our souls. Like, he made all them cookout songs.
Oh man,
because he knew that if he did that, the black people wouldn't give up on him, especially since he beat it. Because he knows, like, these are allegations. Like, until they're proven fact, or until that girl testifies who didn't, then
he paid her family off.
He did.
He paid their
definitely paid them.
The entire family. That's why Sparkle is the only one. And mind you, they also offered Sparkle about $500,000 to not say anything, and she said no. Because that's her niece. First of all, Sparkle.
Yeah, let's get back to you. Let's get back to you.
Let me talk about you, Sparkle.
Let's circle back around,
because
Sparkle.
You were around when he was dating Aaliyah. You found out he was fucking Aaliyah. You knew Aaliyah was 15, and R. Kelly. R. Kelly was just like her brother. They never dated.
Yeah.
She said he was fam. There was nothing sexual between us. So then you introduce your 15 or 14, actually. Actually, no, I'm tripping.
She was younger
when they met.
12.
She was 12.
I remember reading that.
She was 12. You introduce your 12-year-old. She's about to be a teen, my friend.
She's starting to go through puberty.
Your 12-year-old niece to R. Kelly, because you're around, so nothing will happen. R. Kelly started to come to her basketball games. These are middle school basketball games. There's pictures of her best friend, and R. Kelly at the basketball game. He would come, and they said he looked like a proud father. You know, this is the beginning of abuse. This is the beginning, because you're putting in her head that you'll always be there for her, like a father. So this is the beginning. So he would show up to school.
Like, what the fuck happened to him?
There's teachers. Oh yeah, he was also.
I know he got molested
by
but
his family members.
How bad was it for him to be this fucking evil?
Yeah, and it just sucks because he could really sing. You know, it was like. You couldn't
just
channel.
He had talent, sadly.
He couldn't channel it, you know, like he just.
You couldn't go to fucking therapy.
And it probably has his lack of ability to read has something to do with it.
When I heard that part, I cackled.
He still can barely read.
This nigga can't read.
This nigga still
everything
can't read.
Makes sense now.
Yeah, Andrea Kelly like was teaching him stuff, and she's like, he really can't read. Like he can't read.
Oh. That reminded me.
What?
That's why I saw a meme where it's like, so you telling me R. Kelly can't read, but he out here flying all these girls out and booking flights and shit. And so they were like, clearly people were helping him do this.
I did see that. Yeah,
like people were booking flights for people they saw that their date of birth made them 16 years old, or anywhere under 18, whatever. They were seeing that.
His team helped with all of it.
Like, what the fuck did you think you were flying this little girl out for?
When Andrea Kelly found out about all the stuff she was doing, the first thing she said is, how is he doing all of this stuff? And that's what made her realize that people were helping him. Because she said, there's no way you could be writing songs for Whitney Houston, performing everywhere here.
How was he writing songs?
He wrote for Whitney Houston. He wrote for B2K. He wrote for everybody. He wrote for everybody.
But it's just like, if he couldn't read, how was he writing it? But he probably had one of them talk to text
someone
things.
Writing it.
Somebody was writing.
He had somebody writing it for him, or his shit was fucked up and had someone fix it.
Oh God.
You know, like he probably, or he just recorded it and didn't write anything.
You're right.
Because people do that all the time.
Yeah, people do that.
And so it's like he was making songs, writing songs, performing, had multiple girlfriends. Like, when I hear the stories, I'm like, did y'all hang out? Like,
right.
Are you telling me you fell in love with him and you barely saw him?
He had you locked in a room with a bucket.
But even before that, it was like when they were living by themselves, I'm like, he would fly you out so you would see him once a month and that was your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Because you're so desperate to be with R. Kelly.
People that were like that.
Yeah. You're so desperate to be with someone,
not like
celebrity.
an R. Kelly like age situation, but like flew out.
Yeah. But you're willing to see your man once a month just to be with him. Mm-hmm. That's the sad
It's
thing.
R. Kelly.
Yeah. And so people were helping him. That guy admitted to helping with the wedding. The girl who was blacked out, she admitted to helping like bring like girls. He also had bedrooms in his studio. And that 12-year-old girl who was then 14 at the time, he started inviting her to the studio on her own. So Sparkle found out like, why? No, she walked into the studio and saw her niece sitting there and was like, why are you in here?
Yeah. Was there a part where they were like, he started having sex with somebody in the studio while everybody was there? Because I think I read that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He was having sex in the rooms, but not in the actual studio.
Oh, okay. So
he did have sex in the studio,
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he was having sex in the studio too, because some people admitted to having sex with him in the studio, but he was having sex in the bedrooms in the studio when people were there. And there was the same manager. This other dude who was actually super sketched out by R. Kelly.
Who was the one with the slick back hair? Because I was talking to
the one I'm talking about.
And he was saying, he was like, that nigga need to go to jail. He was like, somebody else need to go to jail. He's like, everybody need to go to jail.
That nigga, that's so funny because I didn't remember his name, and that's the exact person I'm talking about. He went into the studio and saw a girl sitting on the couch and she looked young. Saw a girl sitting in the bed, just sitting on the bed in the bedroom. She looked young. A girl sitting on the other bed, and he was like, something ain't right here, but did nothing. And that's why people were like, he needs to go to jail. The bodyguard said that R. Kelly showed him multiple tapes.
Okay, because this is along the same lines of like, if you see a murder and you say nothing, you're an accomplice.
Yeah.
Like,
people let it go because he had bread. Because I'm like, the bodyguard said he watched many. Like,
why were you watching
R. Kelly showed it to him.
But why would you stay and watch? I would have been like, y'all, dude.
All these niggas. All these people helped R. Kelly.
I can't.
All of them helped R. Kelly. All of them. It was so terrible.
Like, if I see child porn, I'm calling the fucking cops.
Sparkle was chilling with R. Kelly at his house, you know, and kept hearing a knocking and was just like, okay. And kept hearing a knocking. And then after she kept hearing a knocking, she bumped R. Kelly like, who's knocking? And then he acts like he can finally hear. And he's like, what? It's his wife. Can I come get some food? Yes. Sparkle. You don't then introduce your 12-year-old niece to a man who has his wife locked up in the room and has to ask for dinner.
That shit is wild to me.
And so, like, there's so many girls. There's no way to talk about every story. But there's girls who said we were in the same house together. And we were friends from, like, because some people were friends. And then that's how they all ended up R. Kelly. They were in the same house and never saw each other. They would have a phone sometimes, and they would text each other like, let's try to meet in the bathroom. But they would have to ask for permission, so they might get caught because they'll be like, why are they both asking at the same time? They all lived in different rooms in the house and never saw each other, including the wife who was living in the house, never saw any of the girls.
So that's why I'm like, why would you stay in this situation?
And then had 3 children with him.
Yeah. And she found, like, when she was pregnant with one of them, that's when the sex tape trial was going on.
Andrea, you're an idiot too, but she was also young, so she was just another one. She was also getting her ass beat by him too, and it was just the parents introduced these girls to him.
And weren't like the cops like he was getting tipped off that the cops were gonna come do wellness checks.
Yeah, so he would like move the girls around. Yeah, when that's the thing, the girl who got saved, they were in Beverly Hills when he was in Chicago. And so the mom just got lucky and found the right hotel. And then she had the manager take her to the bedroom, and that's all on tape. Had her take her to the bedroom, and the daughter's kind of just like, looks like a boy, hair's cut, has tattoos, wearing a big shirt, basketball shorts, full dyke, even though she's not a dyke at all. And so, and the girl's just like, oh. And then she tells the mom, like, whatever her name is, Jocelyn or something, the bottom bitch currently, the one in the video who's like being told what to say. She's like, she's in the room. And so her mom, like, is just like, just come home, please come home.
Yeah.
And so then they leave, and then the manager tells the mom, they called the police and said not to let you back in the hotel room, and they said your daughter called the police. So she calls her daughter, and her daughter's like, I didn't call the police, like, she's like, I didn't call the police, it was a girl, like. And so her mom has to sneak into the hotel bathroom, sits on the toilet, just sits there for 15 minutes, and then her daughter runs down with just like a bag, just a small little bag, and they run out and drive off. And like, she was, I don't know, like, what type of manipulate, what life is he giving you? It's because these girls, this is why you show your daughter just nice things, because these girls,
once a nigga show your daughter a nice thing and she ain't never had one, she's like, well, I'm not getting this at home.
Because hotel room was a nice hotel, but it's just like, to us it's a regular hotel, but to them they're like, oh, he got us another nice one.
And realistically, I hate hotels. I've lived in one. Like, I hate them.
Cum sheets, but like, and then she actually ended up going back 3 days later and then leaving again, and so she's like back home for good. But it's like, it's sad because she better
be in therapy.
Oh, she definitely needs therapy.
She better be in fucking therapy. But you know how black people deal with shit. They're like, oh, let's go to church and sweep it under the rug, and everything will be gravy if we pray about it.
And he had a couple girlfriends who were in their 30s, which was interesting because it's like, R. Kelly, you like people in their 30s? There was two.
So you like both?
And they were all locked up too. 33, 35.
What the fuck?
They were locked up in the house, all of them.
So like, it's like you're with R. Kelly, but you're not having any of the benefits of being with like a famous rich person. Like, and I'm pretty sure that's part of like the reason that they talked to him. They're like, oh, well, he has money, he's R. Kelly, like, that's it, he's sexy, he loves sex,
and like, he can sing. Imagine he's singing to them too, and that will drop a girl's panties quick. And it was so sad. Like, he actually he had sex with the 14-year-old like the first time they were alone, like, it was like, and same with Azriel,
did he rape her? Like, shit.
No, he had sex with her. And like, it's sad because there's still screenshots of the sex tape, and it was like, this is the thing, and my friend had great arguments, which I'm glad I just remembered. This is the thing, all those girls consented, and that's a hard argument, because it's like, he only statutory raped, he didn't whatever they call rape
whatever.
Hey,
whatever, he still needs to be in trouble for that shit. Like, honestly, at this point, it's like, however he could get in trouble for it, I'll take it.
And like, one of my friends was saying, like, first of all, made the point of like, in high school all these girls were dating older guys, so people act like it's not new, but it's totally new. He was like, also a lot of these girls were fucking. He was like, a lot of he called them hoes, and I was like, well, some are hoes, some are not.
Some are hoes, some are manipulated,
and some are just like sex, and they're not really hoes, But it was like,
I was curious.
It was like they were all fucking anyway, and that's how he got them to be fucking women, because he was like, oh no, like, it's
You'll
okay.
Like it.
When he was introducing,
like it when you do this,
the more recent girls, like that bottom bitch girl would like fuck the girl first, and then he would watch, and then they would have sex together. Like the breaking you in. One of the girls, she met him that night and got fucked on the tour bus by that girl. Like, that night, like, he broke her in, like, I
mean,
and it's like, that's the thing, that's what makes it hard, is like, they all consented to go, and they all want to be there,
but sucks. It's just like, they want to be there. Why?
I mean, they're manipulated at this point. He actually, like, when they showed all the techniques he did, I was like, oh, he's a pimp. Like, they said he does, like, when they look into everything he did full pimp, like, training.
Pimps are disgusting.
Like, it just sucks because
anybody who takes advantage of women or like children is disgusting.
Remember
or just people in general.
Remember that most recent girlfriend he had, the one who was 19, and she was like blonde, she was like light-skinned black girl or mixed girl. She's a wildin' out girl now, but she was with him up until like last year.
She better do an interview and get that coin.
Well, they did. They said when they asked like why they broke up, she was all like, oh, I wasn't down for his bullshit. So he tried it with her too,
and she was like, "Nuh-uh."
Skirt.
She was too mentally strong. He probably preys on people that he knows that are mentally weak. Just like in the situation where the parents took the daughter because they're like, oh, well, we wanted to help her career. It was like the parents were too hungry for her to get money and a career than to be good parents and be like, oh, this doesn't seem like the right situation and the right way for my daughter to go about getting her career. So, you know, we're going to pull out of this. They're like, no, let's just go all in. And then when things go wrong, we're going to tell her, stop talking to R. Kelly, and just assume that she's listening because, you know, teenagers do that shit. No.
And she turned 18 mid all of this.
Yeah, no. So she's definitely not listening.
She's gone forever.
Her life might be fucked over until this nigga goes to jail.
Yeah.
If he goes to jail.
If he goes, because they said it's looking like now he's staying with 18 and higher. Like, just to not go to jail. You know, like,
it's a step. It's a step in the right direction. Sadly,
but he's recording without permission.
But yeah,
that's in 2007. She said this happened in 2017. It was like a chocolate girl. She was 19 or something, and she noticed he was recording with his iPad, and she didn't say anything. She just looked away. I was like,
get up.
Like, what the fuck? I don't want to sex tape of myself out there. You didn't ask my permission. Yeah.
Jeez.
So
I just need everybody to be in therapy and know how to love themselves and do better.
Yeah, my kids are gonna live a good life, and I'm gonna actually this is why it's like I'm not gonna be friends with my kids, but I'm gonna be open, and that there's a difference between the two where you can still like let them know about
your kids' friend.
That's when it's just fucked up. Yeah, so it's like I just want to be open so they're aware of the ways of the world, because it's like you could have easily just sat her down for a second and gave her the full breakdown of R. Kelly, and she would have been like, oh, I'm right on his profile. Like, just so you know, he married a 15-year-old. He fucks kids. He likes to fuck children. And
he's been taken to court for it.
And he's been, yes. and the only reason she got out is because she lied. The girl in the video, the 14-year-old girl in the video lied and said it wasn't her. And then they had her best friend, everyone that wasn't her family but close to her.
Said that it was her.
That's her.
Yeah.
Which is so sad. Sparkle.
And even her own self is like, no, that's not me.
Just for the money.
No.
And her family took the money.
Because it's like her family's not suffering. Yeah. They're just benefiting off of her suffering.
And imagine if they're living in poverty.
Yeah.
Imagine how his money changed their life.
Exactly.
And you know, his bond was $750,000 when he went to jail, but he's rich. So he immediately went home after getting arrested and still had all these girlfriends amidst his trials. There's one girl that he met at his trial.
Yeah. I saw that meme. It was like, how you going to be at the trial and now you're trying to say what he did wrong?
Girl, you were 15 at his trial.
Why was she there?
There were so many girls. I was like, I love you. Oh my God. He dated a super fan too, was beating her too, trapped her in a room, and she was in her 30s also. Like, he has preyed on so many women. It is actually surprising.
It's safe to say he just hates women at this point.
He just like doesn't care about women. Like, they're like yeah. Because the thing is, in his sex tapes, he's very into all of it. Like, he's into it, way too into it, because that head looked weak, you know. But it was like he's super into what he's doing, you know. And it's just like, you know, in a creepy way. Like, he's super getting off, even knowing that he's being recorded. He's like, yeah, oh my God, yeah. You know, it's like, he's so gross. Like, he's a fucking pedophile. Like, he still has these little girls, and he turned one into a boy, y'all. He turned one into a boy, which means he's imagining fucking a boy, getting his dick sucked by a boy.
I didn't do my whole due diligence on it, but I saw an article headline today that said his like album sales soared after that.
And I was mad at first. His music sales went up by 16%, and I was mad at first. And then Jada Pinkett Smith posted like, I just want to know why. I just wanted somebody help me understand why. And so I read the comments and I was like, okay, this eases my pain. Because first of all, some people have no idea who R. Kelly is. You have to give it to that. So now they're just like, who is this super famous?
No,
and mind you, they're
listening
to it and they're like,
oh this shit bumping.
That's the thing.
But then they hear H ain't nothing but a number.
Yes.
And they're like, oh no,
he wrote that song. And so it's like they're listening to like, oh shit, this pedophile makes amazing music. That's the first thing. I'm like, wow, this crazy perv makes the greatest fucking music. And I see how he was manipulating people. And then people are also listening, going back, people who've heard the songs want to hear what pedophile shit he was saying.
Please just Google the lyrics.
Yeah,
just Google the lyrics.
Like,
do some reading.
Step in the Name of Love has been playing in my head, and like someone else messaged me like the same thing.
Ignition is like one of my favorite songs, but I have to skip it when it comes on. Like, I still catch myself like listening to a part of it. I'm like, fuck, like you need to delete this as soon as you hear it.
I was doing, because I was watching a special, so he's on my mind. And I was like doing my makeup or something, and I was like, and I know there is somebody. It's like, because he's also a great singer, so for people who like to sing in general, he gives you so much to do. Yeah. And like, I love to do that. I've been doing that my whole life. So it's so hard to hear his songs and not want to be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, like, because he's doing everything that you love. Like, just like, my mind's telling me no. All this shit. Singers, it's so hard because we love doing this shit. Because I remember me and like people in middle school, we were singing so much R. Kelly because he gave us so much to work with.
And then didn't Trapped in the Closet come around?
And then Trapped in the Closet comes out. And then you realize his image was kind of telling on himself. He was very highly sexualized.
And he was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Nigga, after he went to court, he was wearing a fucking mask.
Like, nigga, I don't want y'all to see me.
Nigga, we know who you are.
Trapped in the Closet, all these weird sexual things.
No, but it's like, how you wear the mask after the trial, but you didn't feel the need to put it on in the video. Right.
You know, he was lying in trial saying the head was superimposed and it was somebody. I was like, R. Kelly,
you're doing a lot, dude.
He had good lawyers.
Like, you know, you can't lie under the oath and you doing it anyway.
Yeah, I forgot. I was telling my dad about it, how pissed I was at it. And he was saying, like, he had great lawyers. He was like, his lawyers were great. He was like, wasn't it Johnny Cochran or something? But he was like, it was some really good lawyer.
I hope it wasn't Johnny Cochran.
Yeah,
but then Johnny Cochran freed, oh boy. Let me see.
Who's old boy?
OJ.
Oh, see, he frees murderers and pedophiles because OJ did that shit. It's like, not to laugh at that lady, but it's like OJ did that. Right. And Ashley looked up the lawyer, and it was not Johnny Cochran.
Definitely not him. I was joking with Nina. I was like, if it was Johnny Cochran, he probably would have just turned over the case. Like, I got 2 daughters. So his lawyers were Edward Jensen, Sam Adam, and Sam Adam Jr., who is Sam Adam Sr.'s son. Yeah. So father, son, and then a friend.
And we're not sure if they're black or white or not. Nah. So my friend had one good point. It was like, how are we going to crucify R. Kelly for doing all these things and making all these songs that were about these things, but then we have rappers who are admitting that they have killed people and talking about how much they've killed people in their songs.
They not killing children at the end of the day.
That's true.
That I feel like that's the point where it's like, it's different.
It's children. Like, because that is a good point, because these young people are consenting. So it's not even like they got raped. Yeah. So it's like, it's the fact that they are young.
They're kids.
That's the problem. Not even that they consented. They're young.
And then honestly, like, with rap niggas killing each other, I don't give a fuck.
I'm a young trap bass.
I would really hope and wish that they stop doing that shit. But as long as people idolize hood niggas and the hood lifestyle, I don't see it going anywhere. And as long as there's still fucking Bloods and Crips in 2019,
right. And so
get the fuck out.
And those Mexican gangs.
MS-18.
Like, MS-13.
13. Yeah. They're gonna come get me. Whatever. But it's just like, right? I love my life. Please. It just got good. Like, leave me alone. Well, it's just getting better. But you feel me? But it's just like, they're not even. They're not even.
Also, my friend made the point of this hip hop gangster culture isn't our black culture. It was made when NWA came around and they started promoting gangster stuff. Before then, it was very jazzy. Yes, there were pimps and stuff, but they weren't just running around saying, I'm a pimp. I'm pimp slapping bitches and running bitches' pussies up.
I want to say, I don't think it was NWA specifically. I think it was the crack epidemic and Rodney King. Like, I feel like that tied into it too, because NWA was all around that time. Like, all of that was happening at the same time. OJ was happening at that same time. Like, all of these events were happening at the same time. It wasn't just NWA and then niggas got wild. It was like, nah, niggas was wild and then NWA was in the center of that.
But but their music, and you know how music and social
influences people. Yeah,
they're saying that it was my friend was basically saying that this is an image that wasn't always around, but since that image came around, it has stayed around. And so now it almost seems like it's our culture, even though it's not. It's just what it's turned into, and that's how white people view us.
That's very true. But
so I mean, we can convict all these people for doing
like in the Bible, all sins are created equal. Not to me, but in the Bible it is, because I don't think all shit is even. I'm sorry.
Like, you're ending people's
so
lives.
You're telling me if I have sex before marriage, just the same as killing somebody? Fuck out of here.
No.
I just can't rock with that. Sorry,
I couldn't even kill someone. Like,
unless it's self-defense.
If it's life or death, like maybe, but I wouldn't want to just
maybe.
Yeah, because
I think I would freak out.
Yeah, because you don't know how your fight or flight actually might make you like freeze.
I feel like I'm one of those people, like, if I get in a murder situation, I'm not gonna do shit. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Because like I be like listening to murder stuff, and I'm like, why'd she do that? Like, she should have done this. And I'm like, well, Ashley, your dumbass probably would have done the same fucking thing and been dead too.
You never know what you're gonna do. Just in the mini-sode of My Favorite Murder today, this girl actually did something that I need to not do also. Because when I lived in my apartment and I would go downstairs really quick,
leave the door open.
Leave the door unlocked. It would be closed, but it would be unlocked. And this girl did that to go grab her laundry, and when she saw it was cracked open. And there was a guy right behind the door, so he like.
I listened to that one.
Yeah, put his hand over her mouth, but she let out a blood curdling scream. Yeah. And I was like, "Girl, yeah."
You know what? Before I listened to that, I was always in the habit of doing that. Like, I take my dog out and I walk down on the side of the house with him. But then I was like, Ashley, like, you're stupid as shit. Like, lock your fucking door if you're going outside, because like. I might bleep this. I'm like, I'm home alone a lot, so it's like I can't just be all willy-nilly going in and out the house. Like, somebody won't sneak up in that bitch.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah, and people, they definitely do. And like I thought about it one day and I was like, Ash, like, you're dumb as fuck. But
I need to stop doing that too.
Just like carry your keys in your pocket, lock your fucking door. Yeah, that's it.
And it's like, whenever I move into like an apartment, I'm gonna put a lock on my bedroom door and put like a spare key somewhere random in the house, just in case I lose mine or like something's going on where I need to find it. It's like I can just have it. It might be in like under the cloths in the kitchen. I
definitely believe in locks on all doors.
Yeah, like let me just protect myself.
That's like one thing that scares me about like our new apartment. It's like the upstairs bedroom doesn't have a door. It's like straight from stairs up to stairs, because like the bedroom's the only thing upstairs. And I'm like, I don't know, like the comfort of that door.
You will hear shit,
nigga. Yeah. And Rashad be scary sometimes. I be scary. Like, it's both of us.
Yeah, that shit scares me.
One of us got to be the strong.
I'm already looking for all my security system, because they have Simply Safe from My Favorite Murder, and like I was like, I'll get a discount anyway with their promo code. And it's like, I was like, let me get some Simply Safe. They have it for apartments, like, and it's like $110. And then if you want to do upgrades, like more motion sensors or more of this, it's like $200 total. I was like, and it's not a monthly subscription, you just buy it once.
What?
Yeah, it's just $200.
They hook me the fuck up.
I'm like, okay, cool.
But as we always do, I wanted to talk about episode of My Favorite Murder I just listened to, because I finally listened to the Mary Vincent one where she got her arms chopped off.
Oh my god,
that shit was scary.
Her name is Mary Vincent. I forgot her name.
And then after that, they told one about this guy. So this guy and his wife died in a mysterious hit and run accident. Oh, okay. But she had like trauma to the back of her skull from like blunt force trauma, right? And so they were saying the blow could have killed her and not like the car accident. Like the blow to her head had nothing to do with the hit and run accident, right? Yeah. So I don't remember how they find all this out, but this nigga, so they found out that like the baby she had, because she had a son, wasn't hers. And then they found out like she wanted a divorce or whatever. So they go back and they're like, okay, who's this baby, whatever. And then they try and figure out who she is, because like all her records are like fucking forged. Come to find out, this nigga was with her mom back in the day. He was dating her mom. He was her mom's boyfriend, and the mom had 4 kids. The mom was a prostitute or like a stripper or some shit, a sex worker. Yes. And she got taken to jail. While she was in jail, this nigga took all her kids and left. And so she gets out of jail and finds out all her kids are gone. Oh, God. He put 2 of the daughters in foster care, took the youngest baby, and then the 4-year-old girl.
He took the girls. Yeah.
So when they had found her when she was older, and like had died, the lady, his wife, when she got in the car accident, when they found her and she got in the car accident, they saw all these pictures. Like they found all these pictures it's in a truck that he sold. They found all these pictures, and the pictures, it's like child pornography of like 4-year-olds up to the lady being a full grown adult. And like that's how they found out like the hit and run wasn't a hit and run. So come to find out, like when he was back dating the mom, he took the 2 girls he left in the foster care. The other daughter he took was his wife. So like he raised her.
Fuck. Oh no.
And then married her.
Oh no.
And then they could never find the brother, so he had killed the brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. After he had put the brother in foster care, he stole the brother from school, and then they said they never saw the boy again. And he skipped town with the daughter, and he married her in the new town.
So in the car was pictures of that girl
from 4 years old up to when she was an adult.
And he kept it in the car that she died in. Why this?
He had like hid it in the car.
Why was her head busted?
He hit that bitch and staged the hit and run. Like he hit her and staged the hit and run because he found out that like either he found out that she wanted a divorce or the baby wasn't his, because they had said that he didn't know like the kid wasn't his. But she was also a sex worker too, so it was like her mom was a sex worker and she was a sex worker, and he was like pimping her out. But it's like he was molesting her and raping her all the way up to her adult life.
Her a sex worker, so just ruined her life for his own sexual personal gain, because he couldn't get bitches like most of these people.
And I don't remember what happened to the mom. I feel like he killed her too or something.
Oh my god!
Like he was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, a lot of these people are. Yeah. As I'm seeing.
And thank the Lord he went to jail. They actually like he was one of the people that like went to jail and ended up either dying in jail or stayed in jail or getting like death penalty or some shit.
They always die. Like
they always die. But like I think it's not too bad when they die from cancer, because I'm like I know that shit don't feel good.
Oh.
Man, what? I mean it's true.
You know.
I know it's like not good to like wish death on people. It's like, well, you didn't really make the person's life like you took like end easily, so why should I like want that for you?
I don't care what.
That's in the one situation where I'm like, eye for an eye, nigga.
Yeah. Fuck you.
The whole world could be blind up in this bitch. I don't give a fuck as long as I get my revenge.
Yeah. And now that we're calling out freaking R. Kelly, we need to call out the Catholic Church. Someone said that and I was like, you right.
Yeah. And then that one white actor, was it Kevin Spacey, that made that weird commercial? Did you see that commercial?
No.
Oh, I saw it on the news like at the gym, and then I read an article about it. It was definitely Kevin Spacey because he has like sexual allegations against him right now.
Oh god.
So like he made like this weird commercial where he like does this weird accent to like say that he didn't do it. Basically,
he made a whole commercial to say he didn't do
nigga
it.
Let me make sure it's Kevin Spacey.
I don't know. Where did you see the commercial?
At the gym on the news, and then I saw it. Jesus. Oh, it's definitely Kevin Spacey. Yeah. And the first thing that pops up, video, and it says Kevin Spacey pleads not guilty, and his attorney want key text to be preserved. So he like sexual assault.
Let me see this.
Like all these niggas. You want to see the commercial?
Yep.
Let me find it. Oh yeah, let me be frank. The last thing I want to add about R. Kelly is, I was supposed to say this like at the beginning, but I forgot because I wasn't looking at my notes. Mm-hmm. So this is a quote from one of the articles, and I guess it was on the show too. Mm-hmm. And quote, "There's 3 drugs out there: crack, heroin, and R. Kelly." End quote. Kramer said. I thought that shit made me cackle. Yep, like even though it's really bad, like that shit made me cackle. Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, like nigga, you're horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you are a piece of shit.
Like a pedophile with a big dick can really confuse a young bitch.
That makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I don't want to hear about his dick.
Yeah, with weak ass head game.
No. Ew.
Yeah, it was gross. All right, R. Kelly, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We'll give you your last payday.
Last mention.
Yeah. And
because we already canceled him when we were on Vital Information.
Yeah, we already canceled him. I've really successfully not listened to his music, but I accidentally listened to a song that he made for someone. So it was them singing, but it was still R. Kelly's getting paid something for it.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Madonna's booty.
This Madonna got a fake ass win. Like, or she might be wearing them.
Somebody said they think she had booty pants on.
Yeah. Because I'm like, lumpy. I would never wear that. That shit makes your butt look not real.
It makes it look disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know why people think. I mean, I guess there's people with really flat butts that really like it squeezes it and it gives them something.
Them little panties work though. Well, you know the ones where it's like the biker shorts and the booty cheeks is cut out?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one with the butt pads.
Oh yeah. You think? Oh, that does. Look like butt
that looks
pads.
like the butt pads.
It does.
We're talking about Madonna's booty. I don't know if we said her name.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, I'm done.
All right,
now.
Time for a commercial break.
Hey everybody, interrupting the conversation very quickly to bring to you restaurant that I went to over New Year's Eve weekend. So this place is called Pamela's Kitchen Table, and they're located in San Diego. I'll give you their address right now. It's 621 West 1st Street, San Diego, California. And you can also find them on Instagram at Pamela's Kitchen Table, or on her website, pamelaskitchentable.com. So this restaurant is more of a homey feel type of restaurant. Like, we were trying to go eat somewhere else, and we just happened to stumble across it because we smelled the food from the street.
Oh, that's how you know.
Nigga. So we were like, we saw a couple black people walking out. There were black people inside. And so we were like, hey, how's the food? And they were like, it's always good. Okay. When somebody black tells you that something's always good, trust them. Right. So we walk in, and it's like it's an outdoor restaurant, but like inside this little, like, it's kind of like a what are those things called? A shed, I want to say. Not like a nasty little rickety shed, but like a cute little old school house.
Okay, like a bungalow.
Yes, a bungalow. Couldn't find the word. Yeah. Thank you. This is why we have co-hosts. Right. So like when one forgets one thing, the other one catches up. Yep. So we walk in, and there's just this little open bungalow, like the front half of it's cut off. And inside is this black woman that reminds me of my Auntie Joyce. And she is back there like just sweating, like cooking. Like she has a whole bunch of like pots and everything everywhere. And it just smells amazing.
It's literally Pamela's kitchen.
It's Pamela's kitchen, and that was Pamela. Okay. And so we made sure, because it was raining over the weekend. So we happened to like get rained out basically, and she was like, yeah, usually when it rains we close, but like they had a full house, so literally everybody just got up and went inside the kitchen. So we went inside the kitchen, and they set us up a table, and we ate in Pamela's kitchen for the first time. With Pamela. Pamela talked to us the entire time, and Pamela is very sweet. Her food is amazing. And unfortunately, right now they're only open a few days a week, but she did let us know that they're expanding. She's getting a new location, and she will be open more days. But there's the opening, I believe she said it was in a few months, and I can't remember when it was, so I'm not going to put false information out there. When I find out, I can let you guys know. But
or you can follow her, and you'll find out when
follow
she
her, or go on her website, make a reservation, go by if you're in San Diego, because I promise you, even though you have to wait for the food because she cooks it from scratch, right, it will be well worth it. Like what did I get? I got an open-faced chicken biscuit sandwich with sausage gravy. Ooh. And then an egg over easy on it. That shit was flight. The biscuit was flaky. The gravy was bomb. Like, if you can't make gravy, I can't trust you. Right. Because gravy is like the ceiling piece to everything that I eat when it has fried chicken on it. Like, that's my favorite fucking thing, gravy. That shit was bomb. My boyfriend got he got the sweet potato French toast. Oh yeah, and chicken. He did say it was like a stack of French toast, chicken, another French toast, and then like syrup on it. And I tasted it. I don't even like syrup or French toast, and that shit was flight. Oh my god. So coming from a picky person, everything was amazing. Black eyed peas were good. Mac and cheese was good. Yeah, and then our two friends, we got the same thing as us, because we were like, you know what? We're just going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, and then we got mimosas. It was like a very homey experience. Pamela is amazing. You guys need to go there and watch. If you walk by and you smell it on the street, you're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah. And the menu changes every day. Oh, that's fantastic. Yep. So she makes meals from scratch every day that she's open, shall I say, not every day. So
she just goes to the grocery store
and was like, oh, today we gonna make some meatloaf. Like, because she had meatloaf the day we were there, and I was like, oh my god, that shit looks light. But I always have to go with my heart and get something with gravy. But like, if you guys live in San Diego, go to San Diego for a vacation, because she's near the Little Italy area. Please stop by. I'm gonna drop the address again, because I really want you guys to go and experience this shit. It's 621 West 1st Street, San Diego, California. Or just look her up on her website, pamelaskitchentable.com, or go to her Instagram. You can make reservations on the website if you like, and she does accommodate large parties if you let her know in advance. So do the thing, tell her I sent you, and just talk to her, because she's amazing and she's right there. Peace. Okay, so the government shutdown, it's basically when the government just is like, yeah, we're not doing shit, because the Congress is at a deadlock about some bill that they want to pass. So in this instance, the bill to fund building the wall
Jesus.
is the problem.
Wow. I can't believe the wall.
Who would have thought?
You guys.
Who would have thought?
You guys, first of all, on an episode of Adam Ruins Everything, they estimated how much it would cost to build that wall. The number,
something billion.
Yeah, the number, it was like $1 to $3 billion, and it was like, no, it's deep,
and it's just like God. Even with their GoFundMe, they're not gonna reach that goal. Like,
you guys, all the criminals in the U.S. are white. The terrorists in the U.S. are white.
It's just like, to
not
me,
all the criminals, but all the terrorists.
I'm just like, the land is literally fucking connected. It's literally fucking touching.
They used to own it.
Yeah.
They used to own California.
It's fucking touching.
They used to own Tejas. That's what it's called. Tejas,
like,
not Texas.
Tejas.
Tejas.
You know what makes me mad though? How like people want to like point fingers at other problems when it comes to like black people talking about racism. But the moment our president is being very racist against people to build a wall, and it's because he wants to keep criminals out, there's no other issues. There's not like, oh, well, these people do this. It's just like, oh, well, yeah, you know what? You're right. It's like, maybe you should deal with these terrorists you have in America first that are American born, and then worry about the niggas coming in and doing shit. Because I'm pretty sure the niggas coming in and doing shit are doing it because they have to for their families. Whereas these terrorists are traumatized from the wars that they've been sent to, some of them, and then other ones are just mentally ill fucking white people.
And like one of the arguments that one of my friends said was like, they protect their own, so they know that they're white, they have to protect their own.
Yeah.
But when it comes to black people and stuff, they're like, oh, that ain't us.
No,
that's all y'all.
Yeah, like that's your problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trump's 2017 budget request is for $2.6 billion.
Jesus.
And it builds 75 miles of wall. I don't even know how long the border is.
First of all, 75 miles ain't that far.
Right? I don't think that's long enough.
That's here to Malibu. Like, what you,
right?
like, what?
That's going to Thousand Oaks, man. That's not even going to Thousand Oaks. That's not even Thousand Oaks.
I'm like, nigga, we just got to L.A.
Yeah, like we're barely. No, we're in LA. Santa Monica.
Right.
We're in Santa Monica. We're at UCLA.
Right.
That's where we're at with that wall. I don't think the border to Mexico is that fucking short.
That's an hour 5 drive. So you're telling me to get all the way across California is hour 5?
Oh, wait. Okay, that's why.
Why?
Because the border is 2,000 miles. So it'll be approximately $67 billion to build that whole John. Isn't that more debt than we have as a country?
Can you help us with our student loans?
Nigga, erase my shit. Pull a Sally Mae when that shit got deleted, and maybe I'll fund your fucking wall.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, U.S. student loans have hit the trillions.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they just hit like 1 point something trillion.
Why do we even have these?
But I'm like, hey, Trump, hey, bruh. Pay off our student loans. We'll be down for
We'll
the wall.
talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Pay off all of our student loans and we'll donate.
No, be like that bitch that made her husband get that tattoo about cheating and then still left. That would be me. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Pay my loans off. I got you.
Yeah.
And not do shit.
And
what you gonna do?
I would literally rally black people to be like, yeah, tell him. Yeah, let's
tell him you gonna do it.
And don't do it though.
No.
But yeah,
he'll probably be like, you'll get taken to jail.
I know, right? He'll make us sign a contract.
I would just go to Mexico. He not gonna come get me?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll move to Amsterdam. I don't need to be here.
I'll go to Mexico and leave from there. Fuck out of here.
Get a bum ass house in Nigeria.
Right.
Be lit in the rich areas because I've been to some mansions out there. They got some nice places.
Right?
Like, fuck this country anyway.
Okay, we gotta let me find. Okay, so the government shutdown not only affects student loans, like if you put in a new application and it wasn't processed yet, but they said like the only things that are shut down in the education system are things that aren't electronically filed. So I think I electronically filed mine, but I still don't have that shit.
I was like, isn't everything electronic?
No, there's some stuff through paper, but it's just like some departments have already received their funding for the year so that they're still working. But other like departments, they didn't receive their funding.
And they didn't know this was going to happen.
No, so they've been furloughed. So they're at home with no money. Like, they don't have a paycheck.
People don't realize people don't go to school for these reasons.
Yeah.
So watch all these people drop out because they can't afford it.
Yes.
Because when I was in college, if I didn't have that financial aid, I was fucked.
Oh, definitely fucked.
Yeah.
I wasn't I wasn't living.
I knew a girl whose financial aid was late because her mom was like tenured. So her mom made a lot of money and then it came late. So it was like she had no money. And then when she got it, it was like, I think it was like $500, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, that's the fucking respect.
I'm like, what school is $500?
Right?
We're not at a JC.
No,
and JCs are still $1,000.
Yeah, and that's worse than like getting too much financial aid and having to pay some back.
Yeah.
Like that happened to me twice, and that hurt.
Yeah,
but it's even worse when you get your refund back and you can't do shit with it.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, that's like getting a short paycheck, but that paycheck has to like last the whole 16 weeks if you're on the semester system.
God, yeah.
Or a whole 12 weeks if you're on the quarter. Oh, no. Did they do it by quarter? I think they gave us ours by quarter.
And imagine, like, especially that the recession is about to happen. So it's like, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. It's like, while this government shutdown is happening, the market is kind of plateauing, but it's still tanking.
Yep.
And the recession was supposed to start actually this year. I mean, last year. It's 2019 now. Hi, guys. It was supposed to start last year. And so and a lot of people are saying it now online too. They're like, the market's looking like it's getting ready. Like, I've seen it so many other places.
Don't make me have a heart attack.
I know it's like, you got to prepare yourself. It's about to happen.
Yeah.
You just have to hope to not lose your job, or at least just have good backups. That's where it's good to just be seasoned and have worked everywhere. Like, I mean, now that we're in the position we are now, we can like work basically.
Like we always said, like if we get in the predicament where like a recession happens and God forbid we lose our jobs, we would just go fucking be a manager at like a department store. Yeah,
I would be a manager at like Hollister or be a manager at like Chick-fil-A.
Because they're gonna care. They're gonna want you to have a bachelor's degree to be a manager in those positions.
Exactly.
Like, some of you could do it based off experience, but like some people just don't understand. Like, your bachelor's, even though you don't really end up using it, you use it because jobs see that and they're like, oh, well, this person has life skills that somebody that did not get an education has.
Yep.
And then you end up getting the fucking job.
Yeah.
You could have like a bachelor's in biochem and be a manager at like a fucking suit store. Like, they don't give a fuck.
They don't care. They just want to see that you didn't give up, basically.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people gave up.
And you have to have different types, in my opinion, you have to have different types of like critical thinking skills when you go to college as to when you didn't.
Yeah. This is a good time. Like I was saying earlier, this is a good time to pay off all your debt or at least get to like a 25% overall. Like, because
interest rates go up, don't they?
Interest rates
when the recession hits.
Well, interest rates, like to get a loan and stuff, they actually go down because they're desperate for people to give them money. But when you have your that is a good question, because when you have your credit card, that's a good time to call and be like, hey,
hook me up.
Can you drop my interest rate, or I'm going to cancel my card and see what they'll do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
because they don't want you to cancel. They want you to continually owe to them.
Yeah, because you're paying interest every month, so they don't want you to leave. So there's little things you could do like that. Oh, I'm going to try that during the recession too, because you can ask like once a year. And if
you ask to get your credit increased around that time, like on your credit card, that's a good time to ask too.
That's a great time,
because they'll be like, oh, you definitely need to borrow more. Let's do this.
They want you to pay more interest,
and then don't use it. That's how you get your credit score to go up.
Yep. Make monthly goals of how much you need to save, or a yearly goal. That's actually what I did this year. I made a year goal, so I know how much I need to put away each month. And like, just so that at least by the end of 2019 your debt is like down, your FICO score, it gets higher. Up. You know, you want to do these things now, especially if you want. I mean, there's a lot of people that I realize don't even think that they could get a house soon, which is like,
no, you can.
There's
like those first time homeowners loans.
Yeah, FHA.
You put like $5,000 down.
Yeah,
which is gonna make your payment very high.
Yeah,
but you could still own a house.
If your house is cheap, your payments won't be too high.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at.
Unfortunately, we live in California, and the houses that I'm in love with are about $410 on average. And so with the FHA, it makes the rent like $28.50 a month. But if you put 20% down, it makes the rent like $19.50 a month.
But 20% be like $78,000.
Yeah, it's like $80,000.
like who has that? That's 26.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why it's like, I'm gonna thank God to Adam's Ruins Everything, that just informs you, and it's like, it is a rash movement to get a house. It's okay to get an apartment as long as you're moving towards the house, so that you're not trapped in one place.
Because some people just get an apartment to get an apartment. They don't have another goal in mind.
They don't have a reason. They just like want to show it off on Instagram.
Yeah, fuck that.
You know, it's like other people, like, they're working and they want to be closer to work, or they even like living alone and are responsible. You know, those are good reasons. Please have the money saved up also. And that's part of my plans this year too. It's like my savings goal and my savings for a house goal.
Every one of my checks, I've been putting away money.
Yeah, because I know how much for the year of 2020, how much my rent will be for the entire year. Plus I added utilities and stuff so that I'm not looking at that later. Let me just add. So it's like, I know I need to save this much, start with this much, you know, like, and then you're able to be comfortable. That's how I feel about my car. I don't have to worry about no one taking it. Like, I never want to feel
I never want to get repoed.
I never want to even feel like, oh, that's a really cute dress. Sorry. We always have the freaking TV on in the background, and it's wedding.
That's why I get distracted sometimes.
Yeah, it's like wedding shit.
I like have ADD and then the TV's on. Yeah. This is like part of the reason I don't watch TV heavily, because it sucks me in too much.
Oh yeah, it does.
Like I get super fucking attached to it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
yeah, that's true. Some people really do get wrapped up. I like it as like white noise, even though it's funny because I always have my TV running, and sometimes like I'll look up and it'll be on like some random shit, like some HGTV, like, or it'll be on
the good shows,
or some like woodworking channel, and I'm like, is my TV changing channels? Like, who put it on this? But yeah. But basically, you want to just set yourself up to reach your goals at the end of the year. Try to not be, we all know that Instagram is bullshit now, so please realize that and don't buy shit just so you can show it off.
It's like, funny how we a lot of us say how Instagram is bullshit, yet niggas is still out here faking on it. Yeah. It's just like people have not gotten to the point where they're like, okay, like, let's all just be real. Yeah. Like, because, you know, shit's fucked up. Like, let's be real about it.
Facetune and shit be having people look completely different.
I saw that one you posted. He had no nose.
And I was like, you can do that on Facetune? Damn. And that explained to me how people are really doing it. Like, the fact that he was able to do that.
Please love yourself.
He's killing all these hoes. I'm like, damn. It's interesting. It's interesting, to say the least. And to see how, when it's funny because sometimes a filter will have someone looking really pretty, you're like, oh, they're really pretty, but if you actually see the before and after, you're like, whoa, it changed their face a lot, you know, but you wouldn't know that, especially if you don't know the person in person. So I'm like, we all know social media is bullshit. Please don't do things to look cool. Like, I know you might want a shirt or some shoes. Fashion Nova's pretty cheap.
No filter Fridays. I saw that on somebody's Instagram.
No. You know, the only thing that I don't like about people being like, I don't have makeup on, I don't wear makeup on. And a lot of the pictures, they have mascara on, and people are stupid enough to not realize that that is fucking makeup because you're highlighting your eyes. Yeah, it's like, I hate that. I'm like,
better have some dark circles so I know it's real.
That's the thing. I'm like, and dark circles aren't even ugly. It's like, it's a normal thing. Men have dark circles, but we're just used to seeing it. Yeah. That's why we don't really notice it on men as much as we notice it on women. Like, and our skin is different between men and women. But it's like, I get so annoyed because I just saw a post like that where it was all like, or someone will be like, fresh face, but your eyebrows are microbladed. So, you know, like no. But
if they can't undo the microblading after they wash
they're saying
their face.
No makeup, and what they have on is semi-permanent makeup. That's literally what they call it. Is semi-permanent makeup. So I hate when people post stuff like that. You're not being authentic.
What they supposed to say?
No, it's not what they're supposed to say. What they're not supposed to say is
they're just supposed to like post it and go.
Post your face. Okay. Don't say no makeup Monday. You have makeup on. True. That's so annoying to me. Like, it is so. I'm like, I know makeup so well. Like, I know makeup so well. I see your mascara. I see your eyebrows. You have makeup on. I don't know why people consider mascara not makeup, but it's in the makeup section.
True.
That is annoying.
It'd be different if you like put like Vaseline on your eye. Like, you know,
yeah, it's Vaseline.
Vaseline, like, that's different.
That's Vaseline. Like,
that's actually Vaseline.
Or like also lip gloss, guys, is makeup.
Oh yeah.
If you have chapstick, it's not makeup. If you have lip gloss on, lip gloss is made for a reason.
Made for like
to enhance your lips. Makeup is to enhance your face. So you are wearing makeup. Where do you find lip gloss? In the makeup section. Everybody. That is so annoying to me. I'm like, just don't say it. Or don't wear makeup. 2 options, guys. It's really easy. Because then it's like trying to act like, oh, I look great without makeup on, but you clearly don't because you're not willing to do it. You know, well,
you're not committed all the way.
There's people out there with no makeup on. They're either not posting about it. I mean, I'm trying to think of a post where I've seen someone. Oh yeah, Toya, Lil Wayne's baby mama. She did a post and she had no lashes, no mascara, nothing on it. And I was like, finally. She's not lying. And she said no makeup, and she had no like it look, you know, when pictures make your brows and lashes disappear. It's like you have lashes, but
your eyebrows be looking mad light.
Yeah, they disappear because the lighting, you know. And I'm like, that, because I was about to say I've never seen anyone not with makeup on, but she was the first one recently where I was like, oh, she has no makeup on, finally. And it's also, I think it's also just kind of a thing where people try to like be like, I look great without makeup on. and try, but I'm like, you are sending the wrong message.
Yeah.
Just like all these body pics are sending the wrong message
all the time.
Oh yeah. This is off subject, and we're talking about the recession. Another thing is something that
you can't buy makeup in the recession.
Yeah, or I mean, there's a lot of you can go on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube and find all the Walmart products that are good for makeup, because there's YouTubers who have already
Y'all
done
better
that
learn
stuff.
how to shop ahead. I have like all my body wash, deodorant, face lotion, hair products for like 6 months. 6 months.
Yeah.
I always buy ahead. Like, I'll buy laundry detergent when I don't need it. I'll buy lotion when I don't need it. I'll buy deodorant when I don't need it. And then just like my expensive cosmetics and stuff, I'll buy that when I have money. So it's just like if I ever get to the point where I'm broke, because I always do that. I'm like, yeah, like when I'm broke, I'll do this. And it's just like, I never get there, thankfully. Look at God. But it's just like, I always say that, like, I'm prepared. I feel like if you're not prepared for brokenness, when brokenness happens, you're going to be shit out of luck.
Yeah, you're still going to be buying clothes. That's the nice part about having too much clothes. And you're like, fuck, I bought too much clothes. Is when you need to really not buy any clothes, you can make some shit work out your closet. And I was doing that this year. Like, instead of buying new stuff, the only time I'll buy something is if I really search hard for the outfit and I'm like, the outfit does not exist, then I'll buy it. And I'll still buy it on Fashion Nova, save 30% off. You know, still got to do that. And like my makeup, like I finally have all the makeup I need. Like
I don't have Fenty foundation.
Yeah,
I haven't bought. Remember, I was gonna buy it a long time ago. I never have it.
Yeah, I mean, Rihanna just got it right. And one thing I was thinking about in the car yesterday is I used to sweat off my makeup, but now I put Fenty on. And it's like, yeah, I still sweat, but like my makeup's still on. And I'm like, Rihanna.
It's amazing. She did it.
I use a black woman's foundation. The powder I use is Merle Norman, which is a product made for black women. Like Fenty contour stick.
And you know she's coming out with like the setting powder. Oh, yeah, I just saw it on her Instagram.
I'm like, well,
so it's coming.
Gonna be there.
And new lip glosses.
Yeah. My look at God was this is actually on top of the thing we were just talking about. My mom recommended going to a federal credit union, so I finally went to one, because when it comes to like mortgages, auto loans, and these are the things you get when you lease your car, when you get a house, they sometimes offer lower rates than what you're being offered through, you know, like for example, like I have a Lexus, so it's through Toyota Financial. It's like they might be offering a lower interest rate, which will make your monthly payments lower. Overall, you will be paying the company less money, you'll be losing less money. And so but they're like a really popular, like legit credit union. It was really nice and pretty when I went inside, and they had to run a credit check, and I was like, fuck, I wanted no credit checks until the end of 2019. But I was like, just do it, because you guys are a good bank. And my credit score was higher than what I thought it was, which is, I was just like, when she showed me, I was like, oh. I was like, I'm closer to my goal, because it's just a goal that I'm trying to reach. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's, I mean, I already had my goal of like, okay, try to pay everything off by August. But I'm like, okay, that's like a motivation to keep going, because it is hard to put all your money away. Like, it'll never get easy to not blow the money that you're making, you know? So it's like, it's hard, but we're getting there. And then hopefully by the end of the year, I can reach like my ultimate goal of getting like the apartment I want, or the townhome, because I don't know what townhome or apartment I want.
You can afford, girl.
Right? Yeah, I'm like, just save,
and whatever gives you fucking peace of mind.
Yeah, shit. I know, right? Like all my savings this year is literally going to those two things. It's like credit popping,
nigga,
and then apartment paid for. Also, the recession is coming, so try to pay for like your stuff ahead of time. If you have a car payment, try to pay for all of 2019, and then start with 2020 before you hit 2020.
That's why when I got my insurance on my car, I paid that shit for the whole half of the year, because they do it in 6 months with the one I went through. So I paid it through half the year. I was like, fuck that.
Don't want to deal with it.
Don't want the reminders. Don't want money coming out of my account. We're just gonna do it all right now.
Just get rid of it.
Just gonna do it now.
Get rid of your bills, you know. Save ahead, guys, because it's
important.
It's rough. And save money and put it to the side for when the market crashes, so you can buy all these stocks for cheap, because Amazon blew up this year. So even if it tanks, it's about to blow right the fuck back up, because it hit 2,000 this year, which is crazy. Yeah. So that was fun to watch.
Okay. Trying to think of my look at God. I'm just gonna say look at God for parents, like, because my mom fucking laced me today with fucking all the pots I need for my fucking kitchen. And like, I know like a lot of people, like when they get in their mid-20s, they're like resilient resilient? No, that's not the right word. Resistant to getting help from their parents because they're like, well, at this point, I feel like I should be helping you. And it's just like, look, take the fucking help from your parents. Right. Like, because right now you're poor and your parents aren't, hopefully. Yeah. And like, if your parents are poor, then I get it. Or it's just like struggling. Yeah, they can't help. It's like, but it's like, exactly.
It builds character, guys. Yeah.
If your parents are in a situation to where they can help you, allow them to help you.
Yes.
But do not confuse that for let them take care of you. Yeah. Like, don't have them paying your bills and shit if you have the money in your account. Right. What I'm saying is, like, if you're moving and your parents have something that they can help you with in some type of way, allow them to help you. You know, especially, like, if your parents are reliable help, too. Yeah. So, she gave me all the pots Rashad and I need for our kitchen. And then she even gave me, like, it's like a thing where we could like Korean barbecue at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool.
So I'm like, I'm gonna use that shit.
I can't wait to buy pots and pans.
Nigga, she gave me the good ones. I got cast iron ones. Ooh, and then she gave me copper ones. And like some of the copper ones can even go in the oven. I don't know why I would ever do that, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, if you need to, because some recipe you might look at a recipe and it's like put it in the oven,
and I'm like, well, I
can do that. But like, yeah, I know I haven't done any recipes where I put the pan. It's usually when people just want to keep their food warm.
Yeah, right. Like, because I've literally never done that. Because most of them have the plastic handle that'll melt off. Right. But this one doesn't. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Non-stick.
Right. And so yeah, it reminded me too. I was telling Rashad, I was like, because he was not like, for something he was like, yeah, I don't really want to ask my parents. I was like, why not? I was like, you think these white people out here telling their parents not to give them money and not to fund their ideas? Right. I was like, so why would you not ask your parents? I was like, they don't put down the hand that's given to them because they want to be like, oh, I want to do it myself. No, nigga, they take that fucking money and then they still do it themselves. Like, part of it is still gonna be you doing it by yourself, but you get to accomplish shit faster because your parents are fucking helping you.
Take all the help you can get.
So take the fucking help, guys.
As long as it's not in a negative
way.
Like
they're not gonna hold it over your head, because that's why like I don't like doing favors for one sibling in my family. But like, don't let if you know somebody's always gonna hold something over your head, then fuck it.
Don't do it.
Like, but if you could get help from somebody that's gonna be very genuine about it, do that shit.
I can't wait till you have your housewarming. That'll be so fun.
I can't wait to move. I need to pack this weekend. Close. Yeah, I need to pack this weekend.
Oh shit!
I only have like,
I guess like
what do I have
less
packed?
than 2 weeks.
Nothing.
I mean, that's my dad always says. It's like you're really just moving from one spot to the other, so it's kind of just like,
let me just take this shit out the car,
right? Let me pack this together, throw it in the car, fill the car to the brim, drive,
and I got 2 to do it now.
Yeah. So it takes 2 cars.
And look at God for YouTube, because I found out all this shit about my car I didn't know.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And then I read about it online.
I never did that.
Yeah, Rashad told me to, because he was getting mad at me for not knowing that my car can like parallel park itself.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, because remember
did not know that shit
when we did it last time.
Yep.
And my friend was like, "So you did all that and
to
it's
be
crooked."
Yeah, the car can do it itself.
Oh, okay, that'll be fun. Yeah. Have you tried it?
Yes, I tried it in front of my house. Yeah.
Oh, right there.
It literally like turns the wheel for you and like reverses and shit. It's intense.
So I assume that if someone's like coming up behind you, it'll just like
stop it has
something.
That it has the detection, like the sensors will go off, and then the brakes like brake in a specific way to like help the impact not be that bad.
Okay, cool. Yeah. See, I knew your car did something.
Yeah, and it has the awake help or some shit like that, where it helps you like stay awake. So like if you veer out the lane, your thing vibrates and it steers you back in.
Mine.
Yeah, like your car.
Oh, okay.
And then it, like if you have too many like inflections in a certain amount of time, they'll be like, you need to take a break. Like you need to stop driving.
Yeah, my car will tell me to take a break when I used to drive to Malibu, and I was like, but why?
It's probably because you were like swerving a little bit.
But no, it was like it just started doing that every time. Like the length of my drive, it would be like, you need to take a break.
It probably noticed something you didn't notice.
No, but it was always in the same spot. Like it was the time, the length of time, because it would take me like an hour.
Have you
and 40.
Yeah, you should read if like there's a time that it'll alert you to take a break.
Yeah,
because there has to be something like with your attention span to why it's like telling you that.
Why are you telling me this?
Yeah, like what you think?
It'd be stressing me out too. I'm like, what you saying?
Oh, you know what? It says it'll do it too. Like if you brake a certain way too. Like, and then if it like thinks you're about to get in a head-on collision or like you're about to hit something, the car will brake for you.
Yeah, the car will stop. Stuff. Yeah, it's funny because I like the cruise control because it'll like in my car it'll slow down and speed up depending on how close you are.
It says it has that too, but I don't know how to like. I don't know if I have to activate it or what.
You do.
There's a lot of features.
It'll ask you like how far away do you want to be, and so I've used it to where like I always get too scared, but I use it to where it's like traffic and it'll start to slow down towards like, I've never allowed it to stop because I'm like, I don't want to try it out. But my car has like slowed all the way. Like, it'll just be like, and it'll go all the way.
So scary.
It goes all the way down to like 10 miles an hour, ready to stop. But I've never wanted to test to see if my car will roll slow or if it will stop.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, let me just get off cruise control because
just not stop.
I'm not comfortable because it really be trying to stop on the freeway. And I'm like, I need to try it out.
And I'm about to drive my car again tonight.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin' It Podcast. There is no G at the end of Gettin' because we're young millennials. Please subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. Please follow, comment, and we comment back. Please follow us, and we like to see all the subscribers on there. Also, we just look on there and we're like, oh shit. Thank you guys, and thanks for viewing our page and everything like that. It's really fun because we like to interact with you guys. We're also on YouTube. Search Young and Gettin' It Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin' because we are young millennials. Remember, please subscribe, comment. You can watch it Breakfast Club style. We just got on Spotify, so just search Young and Gettin' It Podcast as usual. Please subscribe on there too. Follow us, listen to all of our episodes. We're on GooglePlay, we're on Stitcher, and we're on Pocket Casts. We're just everywhere, guys.
And then I just want to do a quick shout out because I was noticing we have like top listeners on our SoundCloud. Do it. So it's Peaceful 101, Pablo de Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia. Shit.
He spelled it different though. It's like Yugoslavia.
Oh, okay.
It's Hispanic. And then Lachner Schwester. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
I cannot say it.
Okay.
And then our top listeners, top countries this week are United States, Mexico, and Turkey.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, yes, you can also find us on our Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_podcast. You can also go to our website, www.weareyagip.com. Visit our Facebook, facebook.com/YAGIPOD. And then you can also contact us on our email, which is Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com, or hit us up on our Google Voice, which is 323-486-3811. We looking out for y'all to contact us. And then eventually I'll get to that question my friend asked us, because this episode was just, we couldn't do it.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming with us.
getting it.
Yeah.
Good job at Young and Gettin' It, niggas.
Thanks for getting it with Young and Gettin' It. Hopefully you getting it in 2019. But thank you for joining us.
Obtain this grain.
Episode 60 is in the books.